Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Of course, the 26th of July here. Wabashek Kanu Dagashan Disnakas Bokabrakovich Canoe with Anishinaabe Goiden, as well as MTN Live here today. It gives me great pleasure, of course, to present to you the legislative bundle. And as we're going through a lot of the development and the processes within our government and our bundles, and today we're talking about the legislative bundle. We talked to Ogama Bone yesterday. We talked to him in and about what he's up to, and of course, what his thoughts are about the Grand Council. We wanted to spend some more time today at the Grand Council, of course, because we're now announcing that everything that we are presenting at the Grand Council is on our website, FNT2T.com. And this will give you a chance to see what we're up to and where we're at. I will show you the website in a few minutes here, but the First Nations and Treaty 2 territory, of course, Grand Council and Treaty Gathering is the 23rd, 24th of August in Ebb and Flow and Kakawin Anishinaabe Nation, of course. And it gives us great pleasure to work with host Ogama Wayne Desjarlais and his council, who have been wonderful through this process. Of course, August 1st, 1871 is a big date for us that we made a treaty with the Crown, the Queen of England and Ireland, and to this day, the Crown hasn't implemented the treaty, but we honor the treaty, of course, as an Anishinaabe Innu people of the territory. So we're working hard to keep going, and of course, part of this Grand Council event that we have in our nation this summer is about recognizing the sovereignty of course, the nation itself, and then the local nations, and then, of course, treaty steps. We wanted to make sure that the cede surrender and yield up of the territory didn't happen, and the message continuously gets out there. And of course, the purpose of the Grand Council is gather as a nation and law make. Our inherent and jurisdiction come from the Anishinaabe existence, and of course, we want to make sure that it's the day before treaty that we talk about, and it's the day before any type of arrangements with any foreign colonial crown or government. And we really stem on that. We're a sovereign nation and a government that promotes and protects the inherent right of our nations and the territory. So meaningful reconciliation continues with the steps with Canada. We hope that we can proceed with what we're doing and where we want to be at. The gathering, of course, begins with the registration on Tuesday at 8 o'clock. We do have a pipe ceremony, and our grandmother, Ogama Kwe Council, will be performing a ceremony as well, and we'll get ready for a heavy agenda for day one and heavy for day two. It's all in 2 days. We're doing our best to present to you the 5 Anuktitewin laws that have been passed by the governing council, and they're going to be presenting. Each council that sponsored each law will be presenting it to you as the Grand Council, the people. The people are the citizens of the territory of the 12 nations that are part of the government, and they'll be able to come together and vote on the laws. Also, Anuktitewin, keep in mind the Anuktitewin, for the first time in 151 years, that has been written down. If you look at our very existence as Anishinaabe and Innu nation in the territory, and well said by Dwight Paul, knowledge keeper, of course, it starts with the pipe, right? And that's the land, the pipe, the people, all make up the constitution of the territory. And then, of course, we've started writing, right? Reclamation of the government has started to exist, and it's very exciting for us. So I wanted to touch base on that, of course, making sure our Knowledge Council, our Ogama Kwe Council, and our Men and our Kwe Council and our Youth Council get the support they need to pass the laws that they've been working on, the Nakaway-Winans that they've really spent a lot of time on with the councils, presenting it to their nations as well. So we're working hard, of course, with connection and reclamation of our communication strategy as well, to making sure that our administrative processes work, and with our regional offices now, I feel that we can step forward. There was a kind of a disconnect, and it's there. We don't have the money like a lot of program service PTOs do. We spend a lot of time working on strategizing. Of course, the 3 invoices that you've continuously heard about on the website, presented to the Prime Minister a couple of months ago, and then the Minister last month, and another Minister a month before. And we're working really hard with our OGMAs to make sure that we push that forward. I'd like to shout out, of course, to Ogitchita Cornell McLean from Anemo Seabeing. He's done a wonderful job. And he's been able to bridge the gap and bring the nation, the territory, and of course the government together. And he has a job in his Anishinaabe Nation to keep going as well. And of course, he's interim Grand Chief of AMC PTO that has really opened the doors to working with us. So it's great to see. With that, I'll show you the website. So make sure that you have that chance to get onto the website and check out what's happening through the council. So, of course, this is the beautiful website. We have the 4 bundles right dead center of the website. It's great looking on the phone, updated information from our comms and myself. We make sure that the legislative bundle is really in depth of the information that you need to know about what's happening, and of course the executive bundle. And these bundles are, of course, they can change up at any times. They can start, one could come from one direction and the other from the other direction. So they're not specifically, they're just strategically put on there in the sense that we had to put together a chart that really identifies and simplifies our government. So the Earth Lodge and of course the peacemaking. So if we look at that, we can really identify where we want to go. So of course, if you click on the government councils, front and center of the website down below the story, and there's going to be a link on the front page so you can see what's happening with our Grand Council. But you can click into the Grand Council and see our whole structure on what is the Grand Council and what it's about. It's you, the people of the Anishinaabe and Innu Nation, and we are there for you to work with us as a government. But this is you. This is your nation. This is you able to come together and as the people, the children, the youth, the women, the men, the grandmothers, grandfathers, elected leaders, elders, and elected through the territory as well. And of course, our governing council is made up of our 12 OGMAs and then our 5 chairs of the council. So that's a really great amount and number of governing council members. And they meet when the Grand Council doesn't meet. And of course, when they don't meet, the Executive Council meets, and then Ogitchita is there representing the territory when the Executive and the Governing Council and the Grand Council isn't meeting. And then, of course, our councils itself play a very important role. So I'd like to chime into the 23rd, 24th of August. And what is that all about? Amazing. So if you click into it, you can register. So you get the chance to register. You can check out the resolutions that have been passed through the years, and you can also check out the resolutions that will be presented during this time as well, and Nakaway wins. So if you click on Nakaway wins, you should be able to go into the lawmaking page, and the lawmaking page really identifies exactly the laws that have been worked on in the last number of years, of course. So 9 a.m. To 12 noon is the main lodge, of course. We have opening statements and opening protocol. We'll have some opening remarks from councils and chairs and Niganines. The Niganines, of course, are identified as portfolio holders of each area, and they're our Ogamas. So, and then we go right into the council lodges. So the lodges, such as a room or a tent or a teepee, will be set up. So we'll have a breakout session. Our chairperson, MC, will facilitate that and also coordinate the making sure that the six councils are looked after by one presenter or two that will be presenting in the area of Nakanoe Win, our first readings, of course, of the laws. Our Nakanoe Win will be the highlight, of course, because we need to assure that that's passed. So we have 3 readings through the 2 days. That's part of the law. We've already looked at the law and said, you know what, it does, it's relevant for this this event, of course. This council needs little guidelines to be able to enhance itself and the members to enhance the opportunity. And as I had mentioned yesterday, of course, the members have a responsibility to come to us and let us know what needs to happen, and also the support of the government and the nation and the territory. And then we go to the members as well. So it works both ways. The membership needs to be involved and has that responsibility. And of course, look at one area. We met yesterday with Manitoba and talked about the hunt in our territory and making sure that our hunters don't get charged for anything that they're doing in our territory by Manitoba. If they're breaking the rules and regulations of the hunt, which is make sure you conserve an animal before you take an animal, and that's natural law. That's taught by your grandmothers and your grandfathers, right? So we're not there as a Anishinaabe nation to make sure that we're not there to take all the animals. We're there to keep the herds as well to a very sustainable number. So that's day 1. 2 sessions, of course. Breakout session, engaging. We are going to go into citizenship this year. The citizenship law will be talked about. It'll be there's questions, there's going to be engagements, there's going to be what would you like to see in the law, what would you like to see moving forward as a citizen of the territory and a citizen of a local nation, and how do we enhance the nation by creating the citizenship law. So that's going to be talked about in one of the sessions in the afternoon of the Grand Council. So no worry, the law isn't being presented to you. It's just we're talking about it, and you're going to build the law. You're going to be one of the first processes in the post Nakanoe Win, because it says it in there. The Nakanoe Win gives you the ability to be part of all lawmaking and councils to present to you the laws. So it's a very exciting work. So I'd like to first off thank all the keepers and helpers and the administrative helpers right now. They're our lead in the circle, internal circle, to make sure that the Grand Council and treaty event kicks off really well. They've been working hard with, of course, our council helper, Brittany Anderson, heads up the council communications. So she's been doing her job to connect with the councils. And we'll make sure that everyone is informed. And we hope that members do show up. We're expecting 300-400 members, if not more. This is the first time in a number of years that we're able to gather as a nation, so it's very exciting. A breakout session again, the second reading, first thing the next day, of course, and we want to make sure that on the 24th, which is the Wednesday, that we really touch base on all the laws. You're going to have a chance to see the overview, the briefing note, the PPT, the PowerPoint presentation, as well as the overview of the law. and the law itself. So when you register, you'll get an email on instructions on how you're going to get the laws. So they've been posted the 30 days prior. They're ready to go. So the first chance that you get in there, register, get your laws, so you can read them and get them ready for the council. We will have prizes this year for anyone that comes with printed copies or their laptops and iPads with the downloaded documents. So enter your name in when you get there, and then we'll give you a prize when you're leaving for making sure that you are not knocking down the trees and saving as many trees as possible. And of course, this is a paperless event. The Grand Council and the treaty gathering has been paperless for a few years, and we're going to continue to do that. We're, no waste as well. We're going to do our job to promote the no waste policy that we still continue to have. And then we're going to go right into our strategic plan after our third reading in the afternoon. So strategic plan will give you a chance as a nation to be part of that and have your input. We'll break off into the membership, of course, the knowledge keepers and the grandmothers and the Quebec Council and the men in the youth council. So it's very exciting. The annual report, of course, will be online. You can click on there and check out the annual report. And then, of course, the Sovereign Unity Round Dance. That's exciting. So with that, that's pretty exciting work. I just want to, again, shout out to all the team members that have worked hard to assure that this is happening and assure that we're able to get to the level that we want to get to. So with that, miigwech, and thank you very much for listening in today. This has been a great opportunity getting MTN Live up and going. We will be searching for a keeper within our ranks and within our structure right now. It'll go internally to our keepers and helpers that are waiting the posting, and we'll be announcing hopefully next week our new MTN Live keeper that will be working on of course, the sales end of things, starting to advertise. This is a corporate body. This is a corporation away from the government. This is MTN Live. You've heard of other radio stations and TV stations and news reports through Turtle Island. This is no different. This is online and in print media as well. With that, miigwech, nanaskmen, ekosani. Thank you very much for chiming in and listening to myself, Bokabrakwich Canoe, Wabasha Canoe Dagashan Disnakas. Thank you very much, and you have a great day.